India is the largest democratic country in the world. Elections have now begun in our country. We are often thought that voting rights are our weapon and everyone should use their voting rights. But we do not take them seriously. Actually, many of us do not know how the elections will happen and how much process is behind it. At that time, we go and vote for the leader we like. Some people do not even vote and enjoy their election holiday and stay at home. All this is because we do not have the right information about the elections. But once you know about these elections, as well as how difficult it is behind it, your thinking will change. That's why in this video we shall learn things from very beginning, like what is the parliament? What is the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, MPs and MLAs? How do the elections happen for the new age? What is EVM and how does it work? Nominations, nota, rigging, election code, how is counting done after voting? And finally, how does the government form? First, let's understand how is our government structured. After that, let us know about the elections because it is really important to know whom we are electing as a leader. Who are we voting for? Our Indian state follows the federal system. There are two types of governments in this federal system. The power between these governments is shared. Similarly, there are two governments in India. One is the central government, and the other is the state government. First, let us see about the central government, the Indian Parliament. This is the new parliament, and this is the administrative body of India. Similarly, it is the lawmaking body. That is, the administrative laws related to our country are formed here. There are two houses in the parliament. One is the Lok Sabha. This is also called the lower house. The second is the Rajya Sabha. This is called the upper house. According to the Indian constitution, there can be a maximum of 552 members in the Lok Sabha, but there are currently 545 members. Out of these 545 members, 543 members are elected directly by the public. The Honorable President nominates the remaining two people who belong to the Anglo-Indian community. Since the members in the Lok Sabha are elected directly by the people, this Lok Sabha is also called as the House of the People. Lok Sabha elections are held once in every 5 years. The people who are elected by the public in these elections are called the Member of Parliament, or MP. Now let's learn about the Rajya Sabha. There can be a maximum of 250 members in the Rajya Sabha, but there are currently 245 members. Out of these 245 members in Rajya Sabha, 233 members are elected by the various states. That is, the MLAs elected by us at the state level will elect the members of the Rajya Sabha. The remaining 12 people are nominated by the Honorable President from the various fields such as literature, art, theater, science, and social services, cinema, etc. Unlike in Lok Sabha, the public do not directly elect the members of the Rajya Sabha. This Rajya Sabha member's term of service is 6 years. Then in this Rajya Sabha, for one of the three members will have elections for once in every 2 years. Hence now all the members of the selected Rajya Sabha forms the Rajya Sabha. Now let's understand how are these Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha are useful to public. This Lok Sabha has a speaker. He is the head of that Sabha. The speaker has the full responsibility in the Lok Sabha. Just like in Lok Sabha, there will be a chairman for the Rajya Sabha. Usually, the Honorable Vice President will take charge as chairman of Rajya Sabha. He makes sure that all the events in the Rajya Sabha are organized properly. In these two Sabhas in the Parliament, the new bills or laws that are used by the people are brought in, or the existing ones are changed, or some laws are removed. Usually there are 3 Parliament sessions held in a year. They are called as budget sessions, monsoon sessions, and winter sessions. In those sessions, various problems of the people are discussed and new bills are introduced. A bill can be introduced in any Sabha. After the bill is introduced, if the majority of the members in that Sabha vote in accordance with it, the bill will be accepted. If not, the bill will be rejected. In this way, the accepted bill is sent to the second Sabha. Now, in the second Sabha, there is a debate on that bill. If there are any amendments in that bill, it is done and sent to the first Sabha to be reviewed. In this way, if a bill is submitted in 2 Sabhas, it will be passed. Otherwise, if the bill is not passed, it can be rejected or it can be in the pending list. In this way, if a bill is passed in 2 Sabhas, the bill will be sent to the Honorable President. The President's amendment must be in accordance with the bill proposed by the Parliament, else the bill will be rejected. Even if the Indian President is a member of the Parliament, the President will not be present in the Rajya Sabha or Lok Sabha or will not participate in the church. All right, till now we learnt about central government. Now we shall learn about the state government. Just like how India has its parliament, every state also has an assembly. This is also called the State Legislative Assembly, or the Legislative Assembly, or the Administrative Assembly. Similarly, the way MPs represent for central, the State Assembly also has a member of the Legislative Assembly, or MLA. The MLA has a 5-year term of service. A speaker is unanimously elected in the Assembly to hold hearings. In the Assembly, they discuss issues related to the state and introduce the bills that will benefit the people of the state. In this way, in the Assembly or in the Parliament, the future of the state or the future of the country depends on the decisions they take. However, our lives are not in the hands of the MLAs. The state government has given us the opportunity to decide the lives of the MLAs as well. Do you know how? By using our right to vote. Now let us learn about the elections. In the 15th part of the Indian Constitution, from Article 324 to Article 329, there are elections. The Election Commission of India, or the ECI, is an independent body. This institution has the responsibility to ensure that the elections are held freely and impartially. The parliament elections at the central level, that is Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha elections, and the state-level elections, also the president and vice president elections, all are held by the Election Commission of India. Local municipalities, district elections, Gram Panchayat elections are held by the State Election Commission by the individual states. In total, our country is divided into 543 divisions. These are called the parliamentary constituencies. This division is called delimitation. The size and shape of a constituency and its boundaries are decided by the Independent Delimitation Commission. Once the parliamentary constituencies are formed, all the people in that constituency will vote to elect the MPs to represent them in the Lok Sabha. We have already discussed about the MPs of Lok Sabha. Similarly, at the state level, a state is divided into based on the number of assembly seats in that state. In this way, as per the new Indian Constitution introduced on January 26, 1950, the first general elections were held in 1951 and 1952. At that time, only those over 21 had the right to vote. But in 1989, the age of the right to vote was reduced from 21 years to 18 years. Before the current EVM machine, voting was done through a ballot box. Every voter was given a ballot paper. In that paper, there are the names of all the candidates. The voter who wants to vote was ticked in the box next to his name and put them in the ballot box. Then once in a while, some local gangs came and took the polling booth under their control, used fake ballots, and filled the ballot box. To dwindle such problems, for the first time in 1982, EVMs were used in our country. EVM means electronic voting machine. These EVMs are very secure. These are not connected to any network or system like Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, internet, and hence there is no possibility of hacking or manipulating them. We shall learn more on EVM and other things on elections like rigging, nota, by-election, etc. in the Part 2 of Indian elections. Finally, it is our responsibility to choose the right candidate who is worthy to be in the Legislative Assembly or Lok Sabha or Rajya Sabha. Any unworthy candidate sitting in Assembly or Lok Sabha is so dangerous that the future circumstances could affect your both upper and lower generations. Do a favor to yourself and your future generations. Choose and vote a worthy candidate that you believe he or she could develop your local area. All right, friends, please like, share, and subscribe to this channel so that you do not miss any of our valuable knowledge-sharing content on Indian elections and Indian history. See you in the next video.